Hi beautiful soul, here is Julie for another weekly guidance reading. I am so happy to be with you here today, as always. So, for you who don't know me, I'm an intuitive and I channel message from the divine for you, personally and the collective. Take what resonates with you. Remember that you are the own actor of your life. You really decide what you feel that intuitively resonate within. So I would like to start with what I have been feeling for this week coming. So the image that came to me that needed to be reminded to everyone is something very strong is coming underground underneath us. It's coming, it's actually wanting to come out, but it's not quite there yet. And what I saw coming out, it's actually there's little sprouts that are trying to get out of the ground and that become trees. And these trees are full of ripe fruits. Every time someone pick a fruit, another one come up. What I heard with that message was there is abundance for everyone. Remember that there will be abundance for everyone. And so I would like to start by saying that wherever you are in the world, wherever you experiencing, whatever you are experiencing at this stage of your life, know that you are going to be looked after. Know that there will be enough for all of us and that abundance is coming. All right, so this is a strong message. So I wanted to start with that because that has been, I don't want to use the word brewing, but I want to use psyche is moving underneath, wanting to come out. So I'm going to start to connect. So I use the cat as a beautiful imagery for what the divine want to bring us. All right. So I will link down below. There's not a lot of deck this week, but they told me I need to hear very well what they are saying. So I will, as always, I will. And I think that's why there is not a lot of cards, because there is a lot that they need to bring just intuitively to you. Oh. It's no more with that, but with this one, yes. This card we don't have anymore, but then with the tarot we do. So I'm going to start to read, to tell you what's coming and read the card, alright? Okay, so with the three tarot cards that came out, so we have guilt, we have postponement, and we have totality. Straight away, the message that is coming is we're looking the outside world with guilt. hear what they're saying. So we are looking the world from an outside window. We see what is going on. We see what's going on. And then with the totality, this card represents the way that we can actually let go ourselves. This often come, guys, but lay in the hand of God. So, you know, when these people work, they have to let go completely and trust the other person to catch them. I feel there is that sense of watching from an outside, but not being that person that actually let go with faith and do what they are meant to do right now. And there is a guilt. So you are really thinking of it, of what should I do as my person here. I'm just watching the world from outside and I'm not able to give, well, my totality to this world right now. Because of fear, I hear because of fear, because of judgment. And also things to remind yourself, because it's also might not be your path. Your path might not be being there. Your path might be right there where you are, looking at it but removing the guilt, because you have some work to do as an insider. And I'm going to dive a bit deeper into that. Yeah, and you can see that the devotion is coming. So it's almost because you're not actually letting your totality be with all your being outside. There is that guilt, but it's like almost you feel you're not giving your devotion, but actually you are. In your own way, you are devoted. You are devoted to the divine. To give your absolute totality of what you are and what you are meant to. And it's almost also, I hear, that you are waiting to know what you are supposed to do in this situation. That can be a situation in your life or in the world. It can be both. So you take it really as you want here, as it resonates. But what I feel is that at the moment you are just looking, but it's not just what you are doing. You are doing so much more. But there is that creepy guilt that come and say, well, no, you're actually not doing more. But that's the ego. The ego, not the ego. So the ego is coming to trigger you. But you know that you have a work to do that is actually being inside. And not up there in the world. But you are doing your work, you are giving your totality. But I feel you have it's a sense that you know you are doing your totality, but you don't totally feel you are doing it. Because you're not physically there. So I feel you, on an energetic level, you are doing the work, Yeah. Now, how to remove the guilt, because that's a big part of it. Yeah. Oh, yeah. I love it. What comes is being a leader, and actually that is coming upside down, meaning you're not quite there yet. Yes. Yeah. So, sorry. The number 8 is very strong in this... in this spread. That's the word I was looking. So guilt have the number 8. And then we have our beautiful Ishtar Lion Gate 888. And it's number 44. So it's also an 8. And this is the lion. This came upside down. To me, number 88, and I said that in the reading of 2021 is that you are becoming a leader to show others their own powers. So you are really guiding people to find their own truth, their own power to survive at this stage of life. Remember that whenever you see this reading, it's actually a timeless message. So this is for you as well, whenever you actually hear it. So the lion came upside down because it's meaning you don't think quite yet you are that leader. Although you are, and you need to be. And to be that leader, there is a sense of being there is a sense of being inside working your light. And it's by working your light that you help grow your light that is going to be the lantern for other people. But yeah, it's almost like at this stage you feel a bit sorry for yourself. You feel sorry because you don't feel active. You feel that you are just watching the world bypassing behind, and there is a lot of postponement. But remember that these postponement are also there to give you time to work your light, okay? So if you don't feel like we have seen the lion is upside down, it means you're not quite there. You're not quite there yet. So you need the space and the time to actually work that light, all right? And what I love about the totality, it's also helping others to have faith and let go completely, to find their own power, and that they're going to be catched no matter what. I'm sorry about the noise. It's a doggy that is scratching the floor. I'm just finding his space. So there is something beautiful about it. So while everything is in postponement in your life, this is a time for you to reconnect to yourself, all right? So it's important to actually take the time for that and remove all the guilt, okay? So really focus on the totality you want to gather to work that light, then being the leader that can guide others in this life if they're not quite there yet, like I said last time. But you are devoted, I feel the faith is there, but it's a guilt to be stuck, but it's actually a blessing. It's not being stuck, okay? It's really not being stuck at all. Yes, so this one is actually just showing again that when you have done the work, you be the light for others. So you will hold, while you hold the center, then you grow and you be the light for the one that need to be seen. So it's very, very important that you actually rejoice, rejuvenate, and that's why there is postponement. So let go of the guilt and trust in totality. You can let go everything because you will gather so much information, so much light, that everything will unfold in front of you. To help the one that actually are not able to find the light, okay? So these people, they're not quite there yet at your door because you're not quite ready either. So it's reminding you going to be a leader. Yeah, I really feel that. I know it's yeah, you're going to be a leader of someone. It might be one person, you know. It might be in a certain situation, you know. It might not be that that's your work, that you are a leader in a work, but it might be that some things, while gathering all that light and all that knowledge, you're going to be able to help one person when that person come on your path. Yeah. Oh, I love it. I picked for you guys a ripeness to remind us that abundance is coming. That's exactly the tree that I saw. There's fruit that they were on the tree. Yeah, so it's very, very important to remember, and that came out when I said that you're going to be ready, but it's also your own tree. I hear your own tree. You need to ripe, you know, you need to ripe to your full light. And there is also a sense, what I love that ripe and miser came together, is that by reminding you that abundance is there always, it also help you to not be greedy and to remember that there is enough for everyone. So to lead with example, and let for others, to not take everything for yourself, because there is enough for everybody. So it's a sense of sharing as well that is strong here, to help the people. So it might be just what's coming up, it might be just a gesture of you preparing a bag of food and give it to someone, you know, that is in need. But before you do that, there is a sense of deep work. Yeah. And removing that guilt that you're not quite there yet. Removing that guilt of seeing other doing the work already, and you not quite being there. All right? So don't think that you're not in the right place. You know, it's your moment there is to build up that. We all started from a point, and your point here today is for you to build up this part of yourself to be ready to help others. But you need to look after. It's not looking after yourself here. It's not about that. It's about gathering all the light to then sharing it to the one who needs it. And we really see that in Hold Your Center, all right? It's almost at the moment, it's not quite. If you were going to go and help right now, you will fall. You will fall because you're not strong enough. But you need to remember that you are a leader, and so the guilt will go. The guilt will go. So that's very important. Well, yes, so what they're saying, I asked, what do we need to know as well? To be patient in that process. Like any fruit, they say, it takes time to ripe. It's the same with your light. The abundant light need to build up, and the work need to be done. I ask what work, and they say start by meditating every day, at least. Yeah, at least five minutes, they say. At least 5 minutes a day. Try to sit down with yourself and visualize that you gather that light. I feel, yes, you need to postpone. It's quite funny. Leave it for everyone else as well. In both, when I was talking about being ready, but also at this stage, leave it for everybody else to do the light work if you're not quite there yet. All right, it's very important. Your time will come when the other one need to rest. So it's almost like at the moment some light workers are working and some people in the street or in your life. I'm not just talking in the world, even though that's what I'm seeing, but I'm seeing in a world, you know, some people are doing their work, but they will need to rest in one point. So you are almost preparing to be the next to help with your light. Does that make sense? Yeah, I think that's very, very clever. They say we need you, so you need to be ready and you need to prepare for this. Yeah. Even if it's one person, like I say, you buy a bag of food for someone and you give it into the street. It's to help the one who may lost everything. Well, they say will lost everything. Yeah. And you may already have been there, you know, losing everything, and you kind of like rebuilding, but you're not quite there yet, you know. You are on the way, though. I see you are on the way. Remember that it's bigger than us. So there is nothing. Oh yeah, that's beautiful. There is nothing that need to be known apart from doing the work. That's what they're saying. It's just do the work, sit down with yourself, grow that light, and remove the guilt by knowing that you are the next to help, you know, because some other people will need to rest. They say abundance is coming, abundance is coming. Abundance of light, abundance of food. Yeah. Oh yeah, it's quite. They say your devotion is unbelievable, and that's even more why you are postponed. Yeah. Yeah, there is a need to find a peace within you and decluttering your life and kind of removing from removing yourself from device and social media and connecting to the inside of yourself, but completely, and accepting that, because you know the mission that is coming after. You know, it could be in your work that you need a break, you are on holiday and you still want to help somebody, but actually no, you need to look at your light, because then you'll have more clients coming to you after, you know, or like I say, you do a gesture of kindness to someone, and your light need to be strong to hold the space for that person at that time. You offer a bed, you offer a dinner, you just listen to someone, you smile to someone. It can be the smallest things, guys, but there is a need of being ready for all that. They say there is nothing else. It's quite a short and straightforward. Oh no, there was something else actually that came before. Something's about listening to what your body is saying. So if you start to feel pain or things that are not quite the same with your body or movement, or you feel a bit stuck or blocked or have restriction. Yeah, they're talking about the body movement. It's just because you need to stop, and they say rest, but rest to grow the light, not rest to recharge. It's not that rest. It's a deeper rest. Is to really be at peace and recharge, from the heart, the light of the heart. And that takes time. It takes time. You cannot give your energy everywhere. For that, you need to go back in, sit, know what's the mission next. You're going to be the light that show the path, that give a smile, that give light to people. So therefore, you need to totally let go. Remember, the guilt will go as you remind yourself why you're doing it. Okay? Yeah. And remove yourself from device, from social media, because it's often where you see things happening. And know that your time will come. Sooner than you think, it will come. And on many levels, There is also a love message that is coming up to be patient. So I don't know if someone needed to hear that, but that's coming up. It's just open your wings and it will come on its own time. Yeah. Again, it's somehow you need to be ready for it. But open your wings, open yourself. You cannot ready. You already have done that. I feel I have seen that. So you have done the light work, the work of retrieving and being the hermit that grow their light, and now you are ready. You are the bird that opened the wings to attract love. So that is coming. Okay, so that's beautiful, but just be patient. For a lot of this, need to be patient. All the people that are starting to feel a bit, I need to be there, I need to help, I need to do this, I need to do that. Remember, if everything is postponed, if you are at home, it's just a sign that you need to build your light, because when you will be gone, it's go after that, okay, to help others. And remember to have the faith in all the process. It's very important. This one is something to show. Yeah, courage. Courage came upside down, so meaning again that it takes time to have courage, and it's not about forcing. And the courage, because if you feel a bit fearful of being up there, know that why you are postponed now is to grow that light, and when the light will be grown, you won't be scared anymore. You will have the courage to go and help someone, reach, offer a bed. Sometimes it takes courage. The fear need to be gone, about that. But please remember, you are preparing. That's why you are postponed at the moment. Okay, I'm just going to ask if there is anything else. To be gentle and courageous with yourself. That everything is planned in divine timing. You can trust totally. Lay in the hand of God. They keep saying that to me. Lay in the hand of God. So funny. Let things happen, unfold. Yeah. They say, no, it's perfect the way it is today, guys. So it's a bit shorter than the usual, I feel. But I feel it was a very straightforward message. So again, take it, adapt this message to where you are in your life, because it might be for specific things in your life. It might be on a bigger scales worldwide. It might be just the simplest thing. So make sure to just take the time to sit with yourself, and maybe I know I said I will do a video of this, intuitively writing what come out of this, where it resonates in your life, because there is always some things. It might be a word that triggers you in this. It might be not the full message, but it might be one thing that come and say, oh, that's what I needed to hear. So make sure to sit down with that and maybe meditate, and make sure to meditate, or 5 minutes a day, they said. in silence. And if you have ever actually meditate, I'm going to put a link up there that you can click on, where you'll be able to actually start the process of meditation, because maybe some of you have never actually tried, and if you try to be in silence directly, it might be a bit difficult, so might be a bit challenging. So I give the process of beginner meditation, so I'm going to put that up there for you. Where was I going with that? No, I think it's perfect, beautiful. It's honestly perfect. Just take the message. Oh yes, it's intuitive writing. I said I will do a video around that. I haven't come across to do it yet, but basically it's actually sitting down after you listen to this and let yourself sit down, close your eyes, let everything be there. If you never try to meditate, follow the video first, and then start to write or draw whatever that come out, and you might find why you needed to hear this message. There might be one thing, sometimes it's one word, you never know. I know that I'm meant to share this message with you, so that's why I'm doing it, because I hear that I need to. So I hope this resonated with you. Again, take really care of yourself. Take care of yourself. Listen to your intuition. You are always looked after, beautiful, always. I'm going to leave you here, and I'm going to see you next week with another video. And yes, sending you lots of love, beautiful. Bye.